Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. How are you doing? I just got off the phone with my business partner, pays for my internet, and we have these money making schemes going on. And he's falling behind. Now I don't bust his chops. Although he told me he was going to have some money for me 3 weeks ago in 2 weeks. I know that the expenditure for all this is a little bit much, and he's footing the bill, which I'm okay with. Because especially he continues to pay the cable bill. So I've gotten that, and I do think, but he's wanted me to um, garner some more support for people, and then not answered them because of he's not in the financial spot to be able to do that yet, and that's okay. I talked to him, and we're on point. What does that do for my other shit? Well, I'm still in a hole. I don't have any expectation of being able to get any food until the 10th, assuming I have the correct mail and I don't get downgraded to the smallest amount. And I can take what I've got from my bank and it'll be work, but it'll be outside of 30 days. Being as it'll be November the 10th, and it's no 9/25 on that paperwork. I mean that's all I got. I think within 3 months they take it, but they want ideally 30 days. Outside of 3 months, they can't take it. We'll see. We'll see. Troubling times. It doesn't do me any good to put my Cash App shit on here because what is it? Everybody laughed. Ha ha ha! What are you doing that for? I, I thought maybe somebody would help. That if I asked, it's funny I can get help when I don't ask from some of the best people that are around here. But if I do ask, some of the best people then ridicule me also. Like, why are you trying to do that? What are you doing? For what? For what are you doing? For your dumb videos that you're going to do anyway? Massively? How many videos do you have? 4,000? 4 fucking thousand. I go through sometimes and just delete the old ones. Just delete, delete, delete. Not the bad ones. I just look at the ones that didn't get any views and I cut those the fuck out. I cut them out of the herd. And then that's when I see that my subscriber amount goes up, which I have to do again because I'm stalled out again at 293. It falls back one, and then it goes ahead. I'm probably in an echo chamber. They're probably not letting my shit out. It's hard to communicate to the world the message of truth from the conservative side and not have your ass fucking stomped in by algorithm. Bite the curb, motherfucker. Remember that shit? That's what the algorithm's doing to anyone with a message of conservatism or truth, unless it's somehow hacked by Israel. I'm not about Israel. I think funding Israel is about dumb as fuck. FYI. You know, do we need new? So you're seeing a resurgence of white people seeming to be racist, but it's actually not. It's on par with being at least okay with yourself. I don't like racism. I don't just call black people the N word. I don't really want a world that's just all white, that's retarded and dumb. I don't hate immigrants. I just would like this to have, you know, not incentivized people coming in here, and then to find out that they're getting $4,000 and $5,000 fucking food stamps. That is insanely disturbing as fuck. Islamic women who can't go to work because their culture doesn't allow them, but their man can marry four or five of them. And I mean, that's not all that we have. We have a bunch of other shit too. But they've invited these people to come into our country to get stuff to give them stuff for free, and they're giving the taxpayer all of the stuff we pay in for and can't get. I got 3 months of food stamps, and they made it difficult as fuck to even get that. They tried to disable me of my last month by making a meeting I would have to go to at 9 in the morning on the day where all my friends were at work. I didn't have a ride. I told them, I was like, I don't have a ride to go there. So, oh, so you can't have food stamps? Uh, you know, but hey, no big deal. No big deal. It's not that big of a deal. After my last job ended, that I was still paying in on, I got a little bit of unemployment, and it helped me a lot. And then I had to get food stamps after that was over with, and I did. But it's been a year now from employment to employment, and I've not had any employment. I've not had a job. My buddies that were gonna put me in a nice position to be able to help, since he didn't want to drive anymore, and he had some little crack whores to be his helpers. A 2-for-1 crack whore thing. Just pay them both $9 an hour instead of having you at 18. Yeah, I guess. But he hasn't had any other work. The work that he showed me a picture of looked like fucking a Dr. Seuss nightmare. I wouldn't have even wanted to have anything to do with. But other than that, it's fine. But I might text him and see if he's got anything. You know. Other than that, I'm not sure. But I was going to say, you're going to see a resurgence of white people um, countering the white hate that's been coming out from the left. They're not racist, but they're tired of the bullshit where we have to feel like we're less than and exterminatable, like everything's our fault, and it's not. That's not the way to do a society. I didn't partake in slavery. I don't give a fuck what you say. So I don't feel sorry for that shit anymore. You done burnt it up. I wasn't here. I wasn't alive. You're not going to make me feel guilty for something I didn't participate in, especially when the nations that stopped slavery properly were all white people doing it. Britain went to war against slavery. The North made a point to fucking stop slavery. And there were black soldiers in the Confederacy. So I don't want to fucking hear it. You want to fucking learn history? Learn history like everyone else. But if you want everyone to feel bad for you and to think it's your time, then do something worthy of that. Create something worthy of that narrative instead of beating up the people that built this society. No, they didn't build it alone, but they spearheaded this motherfucker. White Americans, white Europeans spearheaded the birth of this nation. Get the fuck over it. They did. Did they colonize? Look, people have been taking land from other motherfuckers since the dawn of time. That's the way it is. If you conquer it, it's yours. I'm not saying it's right. That's the way it works. I have Choctaw heritage, Native American. I'm not saying it all completely fucking ignorant of that. But if we're going to move forward as a society, we're going to have to put our big boy pants on and let some of these bullshit issues go. Because it's just a fucking feedback loop that gets us fighting left against right. Meanwhile, these fucking psychopaths separate and they ride on top of it all like an air-cushioned hovercraft. And they do it at our expense. Now, I'm still putting in for humanity to fucking snap awake to that fact and to make some changes. But depending upon who's funding them, you're not going to hear that type of truth from anybody, because it's not politically correct. It's not funded by Israel, and it's the fucking truth.